This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life. We're back again. This is Around Kansas, by the way, in case you just tuned in.
And we talk about Kansas. And this Sunday happens to be Kansas Day.
Home on the range.
And when I first moved to Kansas, this is one thing that struck me, having grown up in Virginia, which is the most historic state. But we didn't celebrate Virginia Day. Name another state that celebrates the day they became a state. That is pretty awesome. And this Sunday, we'll be celebrating with Home on the Range, with the documentary. We're going to have a screening at the Fort Wallace Museum, and I'm sure we'll have some bite to eat too. So I think at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, come and see us at the museum and have a little bite and enjoy the movie. But there are going to be celebrations all over the state, and there are going to be school kids doing stuff, all week long. And I think Kansas Day is just one of the coolest traditions I've ever encountered. And do you know the song of the Kansas Emigrant?
No.
All right. I can't sing, but I'm going to attempt it for you. We crossed the prairies as of old. Our fathers crossed the sea to make the West as they the East, the homestead of the free.
I have never heard that before, except the Auld Lang Syne part of it.
Well, it's to the tune of Auld Lang Syne, but John Greenleaf Whittier wrote the song in 1854, the Song of the Kansas Emigrant. So I've actually sung that with school children who did a much better job than I did. But how did we get to celebrate Kansas Day? We'll tell you. For the story of Kansas Day, we turn to an article written in 1932 by Esther Clark Hill, Kansas Historical Society. Kansas Day was born in Paola in 1877 when the students were studying U.S. history in the classroom of Alexander LeGrande Copley. On that day, January 8, the lesson happened to be the Battle of New Orleans, when the students realized that 62 years before, to the very hour, General Jackson's riflemen were peppering the British redcoats from behind the cotton bales, their interest in history was born. The whole school awoke to patriotism on that anniversary and decided to celebrate their pride in Kansas. It was announced that the afternoon of January 29 would be set apart for the study of Kansas, its geography, its history, and its resources. For 2 weeks, the students were busy outside of school getting together every available piece of information concerning Kansas. They searched encyclopedias, plied parents with questions, and stirred the whole community to furnish local history, statistics, and valuable and interesting facts bearing upon that one subject. The eventful day came. The blackboard extended 3/4 of the way around the room and was fairly covered by the pupils with careful drawings of the state seal and maps of the state. The motto of the state was conspicuous in red and blue chalk. The banner counties in wheat, corn, oats, hay, cattle, hogs, horses, and sheep, and even mules were on the board. On the board were also the Kansas songs, like Whittier's Song of the Kansas Emigrant. In 1879, Copley became superintendent of schools in Wichita, and of course the day was appropriately observed there, and he encouraged other teachers to follow suit. In 1882, the first Northwestern Teachers Association was held in Beloit. It was then and there decided that a small pamphlet should be published giving the concise information about the state, songs, and sample speeches suitable for the proper observance of the day. Valentine of the Clay Center Dispatch printed the book. Kansas Day continued to grow for more than 130 years. Today, it is celebrated by teachers and students across the state.
Person who's involved in ag production and cattle ranching, Bill Rischel here in North Platte, told me about Kansas Regenerative Medicine. And after talking to Dr. Pope, we did a lot of reading and researching, looking on the internet about it. I guess the thing that impressed me is that he told me, he said, if we don't think it's going to help you, we're not going to do it. I thought that was a very good approach. I'm a former athlete, played college basketball, played overseas after college, had some severe trauma on the right ankle, right knee, joint in my hand also. This brace is what I had to wear all the time. Now I don't wear this during the day. That's a real improvement for me. My knee doesn't bother me. This joint came around quick. It was the first thing I noticed improving. You can see in the background here there's different fish and game that I hunt. The ability to walk was impacting my outdoor endeavors. I think it's really valuable, and encourage anybody that's interested to go down and at least do a consultation with them.